YoungBoy Never Broke Again, or NBA YoungBoy, is a teenage rap prodigy described by Fader as Baton Rouge's most promising and rawest new rapper.
No, I ain't crazy, so bitch don't try to play me. I'm a 38 baby, go against me, I'm a slammer.
Releasing numerous hit songs from behind bars, he's received cosigns from the likes of Young Thug and 21 Savage. He's also collaborated with artists including Kevin Gates and Boozie Badazz. What's going on, guys? My name's Michael McCrudden, hitting you with the top 5 NBA YoungBoy facts that you should know. Since this guy is well known for his legal troubles as he is for his music, let's kick off our list in the number 5 spot, talking about his criminal past. YoungBoy Never Broke Again grew up with his father in prison and first started getting in trouble himself years before his most recent arrest. He dropped out of high school in the 9th grade, and it wasn't long before he would be getting arrested for robbery.
I grew up stealing, taking from people and shit like that.
Then in November of 2016, he got himself into much worse trouble by participating in a drive-by shooting. Fortunately, he didn't end up killing anybody. He was later booked on 2 counts of attempted first-degree murder and locked up in East Baton Rouge jail. So how did he pass the time? Let's talk about that in the number 4 spot. We're talking about his time in jail. While in jail, he claims to have been writing raps every 2 days and released songs like Win or Lose, Don't Matter, and Too Much. To avoid further legal troubles with the National Basketball Association, he changed his name from NBA YoungBoy to YoungBoy Never Broke Again. He also gave an interview to XXL from behind bars and told them he was pretty much staying out of trouble. "I don't really talk that much," he said. "I just watch and observe. I don't really trust nobody. I'm cool with some of the dudes. I just be coolin' reading." Although he said read, but I'm sure that's what he meant. The book he was reading at the time was One Heartbeat Away, a book What Happens After You Die by Mark Cahill. Keeping the nose down in jail seems to have paid off for YoungBoy, because coming in the number 3 spot, we have his release. On May 22nd, 2017, YoungBoy pled guilty to a single reduced charge of aggravated assault with a firearm. He was then released from jail with bail set at $200,000. Of course, this didn't mean he was out of trouble yet. He would still have to show up to court for sentencing. In August of 2017, he received a 10-year suspended prison term and put on a 3-year active supervised probation. He was ordered to perform 250 hours of community service, which may include an anti-violence public service announcement. We've yet to see that, but he has found his own way to give back to the community. YoungBoy also got fined $5,000. On top of that, he got a Judge Judy-style tongue lashing from the judge, who lectured YoungBoy about his crimes, his music, violence in the Baton Rouge community, and one more thing that you may not know about YoungBoy. Coming in the number 2 spot, we have fatherhood, which he's done a lot of. At just 17 years old at the time of this recording, you might be surprised to learn that YoungBoy has a kid. Well, actually, he's got 3 children from 2 separate baby mamas. At this rate, it won't be long before he gives new meaning to his mixtape 38 Baby. But it looks like the MC wants to make sure that doesn't happen. After all, he is committed to being never broke again. So how is he gonna make sure he doesn't have any more mouths to feed? Well, the kid's got a plan.
No more baby, bitch. I got condoms, and I got healers.
He's definitely gonna need those, considering how crazy his fans are. The ladies love him. Even Cash Me Outside, I heard she was with him. Anyway, let's move on. Finally, topping our list in the number 1 spot, let's address the elephant in the room. We're talking about his scars. YoungBoy has several scars marking him all around his head, with 3 marking his forehead. You might expect these come from some traumatic events during his criminal past, but the story goes way back further than that. Back when he was just 4 years old, YoungBoy was at his grandma's house, roughhousing with a boy from down the street. His grandma was in the back room and apparently not watching the kids closely enough. Emulating a wrestling move, his friend dropped him hard on his back, and YoungBoy discovered he wasn't able to move his head. After they rushed him to the hospital, his family learned that YoungBoy had literally broken his neck. He was then put into a halo brace, a medical device used to allow spinal injuries to heal properly, which is secured by drilling the brace into the patient's skull.
Could that have paralyzed you? Were you almost...
It could have killed me, but God bless me. I'm blessed. I'm a blessed child.
So there you have it, my top 5 YoungBoy Never Broke Again facts you need to know. I did a similar video on the top 5 TK47 facts you should know. I've also done it before. They're famous on NBA YoungBoy. So be sure to check those out, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and let me know who you want me to talk about next in the comments down below.